right, you knew it was coming. It's here, and it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, we have just started down the slope into the really, really cold stuff. And if you want any silver lining from this, no matter how cold it's going to be here, it's going to be a whole lot worse on the other side of the Ohio River. Yeah. And a lot worse. So let's talk about it. It's bad enough for us. We're talking about temperatures mid-single digits getting your day started tomorrow. A few lingering flurries will be around. There will likely be some slick spots. We've got a little light snow coming through here, and trust me, as cold as it is, that ain't going anywhere except for some blowing. You were talking about upper single digits at lunchtime. The thing is, the wind will pick up, and so the wind chills actually get colder. The wind chill advisory runs into the early afternoon. Wind chills 10 to 20 below. As we get to the latter part of the day, now the wind will start gradually dying down as our air temperature struggles, and 14 may be optimistic. It's going to be a frigid day with a little late day sun. So again, how do we get there? Let's talk first about the snow. So you're looking here on the Max Track Live Doppler, and as good as it is, this is a low-level event. I mean, not high up in the atmosphere. So as the radar beam leaves the radar site, it gets higher and higher up. So you start overshooting what's up here. So we can add in the Louisville radar, and so that gives you the whole picture of the line that runs from northern Kentucky all the way back into western Kentucky. Within that line, the snow rates are actually pretty good. And so you're going to put down a quick half to maybe 3/4 of an inch of snow. And as cold as it is, and as cold as the roads are, every bit that's going to fall is going to stick. And it's also going to be a pretty high ratio. It's going to be a fluffy snow. And so with that in mind, there is a traveler's advisory, a snow advisory for just about the entire area. And that's what will be greeting you as we get to the latter part of tonight and tomorrow morning. So this is a direct Arctic discharge coming in. We are draining up by Hudson Bay and bringing it all south. A few snow showers come along for the ride as well. Later tonight, tomorrow into Thursday, just brutally cold air as we are on the edge of the polar vortex. We're not getting the core of it. We're just on the edge, and it's bad enough. How about this? You're looking for another silver lining in the 8-day. Feels like an 80-degree jump from 20 below wind chills to air temperatures up around 60 in the 8-day. So again, it does get better, but not tonight. The wind chill advisory is out there for wind chills 10 to 20 below, basically Highway 52 and north. You get north of the Ohio River, it's a wind chill warning for ridiculously cold wind chills. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning on our future tracker showing us -10, -20-degree range. Up in the I-70 corridor with the -40 range. You get to Chicago, it's 55 below on the wind chill. You get into Minnesota, we're talking 60 below wind chill. So pretty amazing stuff, and there are places that are going to set some all-time record lows, it looks like, later on tonight and even into tomorrow night. As we look to what happened today, watch that bright blue. That's the 20 below line. We call that an isotherm. As it goes through the afternoon, watch the coldest of the air on the move. And it is all pressing southward. That bright white, that's the 0 line, and it's coming. So we're looking at temperatures now, single digits in the I-70 corridor just to our north. You see all the below 0 stuff. Let's compare this, shall we? Iceland's about the same, actually a lot warmer than Chicago is. So to give you an idea of the coldest air in the northern hemisphere is pretty much now centered in North America. Sweden, Finland. We are colder than Moscow. We are a lot colder than Anchorage. So again, giving you an idea of what's out there. And we're even colder than some places in Antarctica. So again, just a little perspective for you. So there's the very coldest of the air up in Indiana. We're still sitting in the 20s. 20 at the Bluegrass Airport. We've got a wind chill of 10, and the air is also really dry. So there's your little burst of snow at midnight. That's sitting there on the future track as we continue into the early morning. The Arctic front, that is the leading edge of that whole polar vortex, pushes southeast. A few lingering flurries in the morning. The wind is around. Then the core of the air mass passes overhead tomorrow night. As the sky continues to be clear, the winds die off. It gets really cold. That front right there is the leading edge of the change that comes for your weekend. Snow showers, a trace to maybe an inch in places. There's a traveler and wind chill advisory tonight. We're down to around 4. It's 14 tomorrow. The wind chill advisory continues. A few early morning snow showers. Look at the cold Thursday morning down to 5 below. The warm-up begins Friday, but there will be some snow and maybe a little sleet and freezing rain. The Groundhog Day weekend, 40s and 50s.